The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll go play action with Nix. He'll drop this down to Williams. And even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stopped short of the 30. And you look at the Saints defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season. But they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Nix. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
There's Chris Olave. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. On the ground, it's the rookie from Tennessee. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Pushing his way through. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Finds Dulcich out left side. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They go play action here on first down. That's Olave bringing in another one. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. The Saints at 13-2 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This now a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man right side, that's McConkey. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll set up to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Nick Bonito in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. York able to send this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now it's Nix. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Nix to the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Throwing Nix. this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12.
To throw is Nix.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, here's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Operating from the gun, Nix. Going right side here, and that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gets it quickly out to Marshall.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Back to the air with Nix. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Nix from the shotgun.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Marshall. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
They're going. It's Nix.
That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Here's 2nd and 10.
In motion goes the tight end. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Wide open, it's Marshall complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Looking to throw. Nix. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Back to throw. Nix.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Nix looking to throw again.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Greg Dulcich.
As the 1st half is winding down.
And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
He lets it go deep for Olave. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Across midfield. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle, complete. That's Stanley. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 33 yards that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On play action, they'll throw. Touchdown, Saints! A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small magical spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Here's Nix. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Terrace Marshall, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Well, they needed two. They could only get one. Fourth down. Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He completes it to Olave.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
York now for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
On the handoff, McLaughlin.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Finds Dulcich out left side.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, they clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Rolling to his right.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. It just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 4.
to throw here. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Third down and 6. Looking to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 20, here's a second and 8. Looking to throw. Nix. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Working out of the gun is Nix. For Marshall, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Nix to the air. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
8 yards on the pickup.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now it's Nix. He finds his man, complete. That's Hart. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. In motion, the tight end. Throwing, Nix. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw is Nix. And that is caught by Marshall for a Jet touchdown. Terrace Marshall with an amazing diving catch. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
31, Broncos 26.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
That one complete to McConkey. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And running with power here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. This is 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got Hamler on the out route. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And his throw is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Wide open, it's Marshall complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Terrace Marshall with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And a Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Following the fumble recovery, Nix. That's into the hands of Marshall. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's complete. Again, he's got Marshall. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. Back to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They're going. It's Nix. And he is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
He's back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Marshall. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now.
She